Hey y'all, welcome back. Today, or this evening I should say, we are gonna make us some baked beans. I've had this recipe for a while, and to all my family and my friends, this is not my Tennessee baked beans. This is a different recipe. I've never made this recipe. I've had it for a long time, but we are gonna try it out. All right, I've already fried a pound of bacon, and I did drain some of the grease off and actually put it in a jar. You know, you gotta keep that, that's good stuff. All right, so we're gonna saute one medium onion. This is a little bit bigger than a medium probably. That's just, my onions are huge. I got them from one of the club stores, and they're always huge. So we're gonna saute us up some onions, and then we'll start putting all the goodies in there. How y'all doing? Doing anything good tonight? Got any good plans? Y'all going to the movies or anything fun? Does people still go to the movies anymore? I haven't been to the movie theater and I couldn't tell you when. Turn that burner up just a little. I think this burner and I finally have agreed with each other. I actually went to a website where it's made at in Germany and found the original instructions and read them. I was trying to do two different things with it, and it says you only have to do one of the two. So hopefully we have better agreements with each other and we cook better together. All right, y'all, how's the weather where y'all are? It's a little rainy here. If you hear some thunder in the background, that is not that's not anything but thunder. It is, we need the rain here. We have been on a drought. We went probably a little over a month with no rain, so we do need some rain here. I water my landscaping and my some of my grass has been watered. We had to put some new grass seed down in one area, so I water it all the time, trying to make sure it don't die. All right, y'all been good? How's your family doing? Everybody doing good? I know some of you have already seen the chopper review that we got from the Warehouse Club. How'd y'all, did most of you like it? I saw Kim was gonna try to get her one up there in, over there I should say, not up, I'm up. Y'all are down in the south, down there in Kentucky. Said she was gonna get one. She needed to help her with her arthritis, so I hope she finds one. I don't know. I know I saw some stuff one time. We were in LA, and I went to the Costco there several times, and they had some stuff I wanted to get. I thought, oh no, for one, we couldn't get it on the plane and bring it home with us, and two, we will just wait till we get home. And our club didn't, back home in Tennessee, didn't have it. So hopefully, Kim, your club there in Kentucky, I know there's one in Florence. I know that, 'cause I've been to that one many a times. I know that one hopefully has it. I don't know if they have it or not. Hopefully they have it for you. Y'all, Kim's a good lady. Her and her husband, I usually watch the Reds opening day. If you know anything about Cincinnati and the Cincinnati Reds, they do an opening day. Usually, I sit with Kim and her family and her husband and kids. It's a good time. A couple years ago, let me just tell you, her husband embarrassed me. He has one of those special chairs you sit in. Let me just tell you, it's not what it looks like. I wasn't the only one in the crowd who thought that's not what it was. Let me tell you, I thought Kim brought something personal out of the bedroom to the game. Let me tell you, that chair, it was wild. It looks like one of those items you pick up over on 75 down in the south when you're coming through Jellicoe Mountain. Looks like if you stop at that dirty store right there, you know, and the one next to the big cross, that's looked like where that chair come from. I went to turn around, her husband sitting in that thing, just swinging away. Let me tell you what, I was embarrassed for him. Scared me to death. I couldn't even talk about it that day anyway. I think it's funny now. We still joke about it. Every once in a while, she'll send me a picture of it or something when they're at the game. Opening day, I should say, not the game. All right, y'all. We're gonna let these onions brown up just a little bit or saute up just a little bit more. And then we'll come back here in a second and we are going to start putting all the ingredients in there and putting this together. So give us a few seconds and all right, y'all, we got the onions. They are cooked down, or they're good. All right, the next thing we're gonna do, we're going to add in the main thing. We're gonna add in 4 cans of baked beans. And no, these are not the small cans, these are the big cans. So it's 2 cans in one. So my my backup stash of bush beans I ran out of. So we're using, I got picked these up real quick today at Aldi. And it's 2 cans in each one of these, so it's a total of 4 cans. We're gonna add those in. Get that out of the way, I gotta wipe something off my hand right there. All right, so it's so far we've got a medium onion and 4 cans of baked beans. Mix in there just a little bit. All right, did y'all go get a snack or anything while we were taking a little bit of break waiting on onions? I was trying to set up, we're having issues with our lighting here. Some people say it looks too bright, some people say it's not bright enough. I don't know how much brighter we can get, so we are swapping out one of our stands for a different one. All right, we have a pound of bacon, and this is a pound. I done cooked it, I cooked it earlier, so we're gonna put that in. And then we have a half a cup of barbecue sauce, and I'm using Sweet Baby Ray's. You know, that's one of my favorites. I know some people said they didn't like it. I love it, so I don't have no problem with using it. Use whatever kind you like. Use your kind. Drop my towel. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Put that up, it was right on my foot there. And then it is 1/4 of ketchup. Alright. Get that put in there. Now you can make this, I had a lady ask me the other day if some of my stuff that I used for the enamel stuff, if it could be put in just a regular black cast iron oven. If you see behind me, there's one right here. Yes, you could use the black cast iron just like I'm using this enamel for this recipe. Now I would not do soup beans in a black cast iron unless you have it really seasoned, because the first couple times if you just buy a brand new and you throw some soup beans in there, they're gonna turn purple, and it's weird. I've done it, trial and error, and I learned that from someone else, and I've never done it again, let me tell you. All right, and if I didn't tell you, that was 2 tablespoons of mustard. We're gonna add a half a cup of brown sugar. Let's get some of these goodies here mixed in. But yes, you can do a lot with these Dutch ovens, either cast iron or cast iron enamel. It doesn't matter either which way. Now you can do soup beans in this the day you buy it. And this is the 6.5 that I'm using here. This is from Le Creuset, as y'all know, is my favorite enamel brand. And also, you can get this over on my page for Sur La Table. And I know some of you don't like me talking about that all the time, but this video is actually going to be, a portion of it is going to be for them. We are doing a barbecue, a cast iron barbecue feast is what one of their promotions is, or it's a cast iron something, I don't know. Something with cast iron and barbecue in summer. 250th cast iron summer celebration is what it is. We'll get it there. All right. Now this recipe calls for one odd item that I've never put in baked beans, and I've tried many of baked beans. It took me 8 years for my Tennessee baked bean recipe to come to where I wanted it. I've never tried this in baked beans. And my adopted mom up in, I'm not gonna say where she is because she might get mad. But anyway, Noodle and we used to go back and forth with baked bean recipes. I'd find one, she'd find one, we'd try them, we didn't like them, we kept trying back and forth, and between the two of us, we probably tried 100. So I sat down about 2015, and I sat down with about 5 recipes, and I came up with my own. This is not it, but this is one of the recipes that I had. So this is wash your sister in the shower, or however you say this, y'all. I cannot say that. I'm from Tennessee. They didn't teach us how to say some things, and this is one of the things. Wash your sister in the shower sauce, whatever you want to call it. You call it whatever you want. If you can say it correctly, good for you. I cannot. I have never had that in baked beans though, so this is going to be interesting. All right. If y'all want the recipe, you know, just let me know. I may start just posting the recipes with the videos, just so y'all don't have to beg for it or anything. And also, you can find this recipe later on. We'll be over on Blue Spoon Southern Recipes. That is my recipe page. And I usually keep all my recipes over there. Majority of my recipes that you see me use, they will be over there somewhere. It's pretty organized until about 6 months ago. Facebook changed how I'm allowed to post videos. And they took away the organization where I can't put all the recipes in certain albums. I used to do like sides would all be in the sides, salads would be all in the salads. For some reason they changed that. They done away with that. I don't know why they done that. So I'm not real for sure. But all my recipes are over there. And if you see the picture of the item, the recipe is there. I do not make you click on anything. I cannot stand that. That page is just simple recipes. The recipe's right when you click on it. So you don't have to go click on something else and then put in your DNA and your social security number or anything else. I don't want all that. I hate some of those recipe things that you go to and they make you do 14 different hops and jumps and everything else, and then you still half the time don't get the recipe. All right, so we have everything in the kettle. We've been talking a little too much here. Everything's in the kettle. The recipe says 1.5 hours to 2 hours on simmer. So we're gonna let it sit there and then we're gonna come back here. I'm not gonna make y'all stay with me for 1.5 hours, 2 hours. I mean, we could talk. I mean, I know we got some good catching up to do with some of you. Noodle be one of them. Her and I can sit and talk, and she get out her Cheez-It crackers, and we can sit there and talk. Cheez-Its and M&Ms are our favorite. I still have a box in the pantry right now. I always buy the family size, and every now and then I just go sit in my little box and think of all the good times. So, all right, we're gonna let this simmer for about 2 hours. I'm gonna go for the whole 2 hours. I gotta do some dishes, and then we'll come back and we'll taste test it, all right? Hey y'all, welcome back. We have the baked beans are done, and do they smell yummy? They look yummy. Can you see them there? I think the camera allows you to see them there. They look yummy. All right, I did do the whole 2 hours. I did, as you remember, I did use Aldi's as baked beans in a can to start with. I think they had a little more or a little more juice than I preferably care. I typically use bush beans. For one, they are made Chestnut Hills, Tennessee, which is the next county over from where I'm from. And two, I just like them. But Aldi's is my second runner up. I just think Aldi's is a little runnier. So just make sure whatever brands you all choose to use, you cook accordingly to get some of that liquid steamed off or slow cooked off. But these look really, really, really good, and they are still hot. I did let them rest for about 10 minutes before we came back on. I have not tasted these at all. The only thing I did do that we didn't do together is I did add about 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and then I did add about 1/4 a teaspoon of black pepper. That's the only thing I did do. So let's give these bad boys a taste. Y'all see them? They look good. See it? Look at that. They look wonderful. They are actually really good. I was a little worried about that wash your sister in the shower sauce that we put in there. I wasn't for too sure on that. Those are good. Those are really good. That barbecue sauce gives it a really good twang. I think the only thing I would probably add to these would be, I think I'd add just a little bit of, about 1/4 cup of maple syrup. I think that would just make them perfect. Yeah. I think I would add just a little bit of maple syrup. And I think beyond that, they are really, really good. Take these to any barbecue and you'd be your family and your friends would be impressed with these. There'd probably be none left to bring home. If there is, you can freeze these. I freeze my recipe all the time. Don't leave it in there, more than I would say 3 months at a time. I just put it in deli containers, stick it in the freezer. So if you have a whole bunch, because this does make quite a bit, 4 cans, that's a little bit, but you can freeze it. And I do have one more thing before we all go tonight. What are we gonna cook in this? I got this, as most of you know, from Sur La Table. It's a promotional gift, and I've got to cook something in it, and I thought we would all do it together first. When I went on camera earlier, the only comment I seen about cooking in it was Noodle said cook an omelet in it. I do not like eggs in a cast iron skillet. So Noodle, if you come up with something else, we'll give it a try. Kim, since I picked on you, we talked about that wonderful chair of Jim's. You can tell me something to cook. I know you like meatloaf. I don't think this is big enough for the meatloafs that I make. I make a 3-pounder. I mean, I could make a smaller one if you really want it. We could do some small meatballs, maybe some meatloaf meatballs in here if you want to do that. But y'all let me know what you want to try in this cast iron skillet. It's only a 10-inch skillet. I think we've talked about it once before, and I've been waiting on y'all to figure out what we're going to cook in it. So you tell me and we'll cook it together. All right, y'all, get you some beans. What would you have with this? I think some potato salad go good right now. My mama makes some really good macaroni salad and potato salad. That's the only 2 things that she actually makes that I like. So y'all, here you go, have a bite. Look at those, look how good these are. I think this is a win recipe. I'm gonna keep it. I don't think I'm gonna toss it. I think I'm gonna keep it. Like I said, I think I'd add a little bit of maple syrup, and don't forget some salt and pepper. All right, y'all, cheers. See you next time.